afternoon, Robert Scribbler filming from Jeanette's Pier on another foggy day here in the Outer Banks. Looking to the south and east across a still stormy North Atlantic Ocean, waves coming in the range of 2 to 3 feet, dark and cloudy as a front continues to linger over the Outer Banks. And one of the interesting stories in weather is that we have had a persistent trough, which has brought us cooler conditions and a stormy weather pattern for the last couple of weeks. And this is expected to continue through the weekend and finally break on Monday or Tuesday, when better weather conditions are expected to commence. We've got a lot of people asking the question, when is summer going to start? And looks like summer may start next week. Should the persistent trough give us a little bit of a break? It's worth noting that climate change does produce more persistent trough and ridge features in the jet stream, so weather can tend to get stuck. And we have certainly seen some stuck in stormy weather here in the Outer Banks. Right now here at Jeanette's Pier, waves are in the range of 2 to 3 feet, and up and down the beaches of the Outer Banks, we've got 2 to 3 foot and 2 to 4 foot waves. Looking to our south and west, we do have a tropical depression in the Gulf of Mexico, which yesterday was looking like it might form into a tropical storm. And however, what has happened is that wind shear, which tends to be more prevalent during El Nino years, and it looks like we are heading toward an El Nino year according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So during El Nino years, we tend to have more wind shear, which tends to suppress tropical cyclone development. However, pushing against that, we've got warmer than normal ocean temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico and a large swath of the North Atlantic, which tends to increase and fuel cyclone development. So according to the hurricane monitors, we're expecting to see a normal year with regards to hurricanes, given those two features, hurricanes and tropical storms. But as for the Gulf and this particular tropical depression, we've had a fizzle. And so it doesn't look like the present tropical system will develop into a tropical cyclone, named tropical cyclone at least, although we do have a tropical depression, which is a form of tropical cyclone. And according to the National Hurricane Center, it looks like things are going to either maintain at around 35 miles per hour, not quite reaching tropical storm strength, and then slowly degrade as wind shear worsens over the Gulf of Mexico. Although I would recommend that you guys stay tuned to statements from the National Hurricane Center, because tropical weather conditions can change on the dime out there. All right, so let's get into the wave report for today with detailed observations at Jeanette's Pier. Waves in the range of 2 to 3 feet. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 3.5 feet. That is a 7-second swell. Winds out of the north-northeast at 15 miles per hour. Air temperatures 67 degrees. Ocean water temperatures 65. Mostly cloudy and foggy. Highs in the upper 60s. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then heading on down south to Rodamp, we've got 2 to 4 foot waves with a primary swell coming out of the northeast at 3.3 feet. That is a 7-second swell. Winds out of the north-northeast at 15 miles per hour. Right now, temperatures in the lower 70s at 73 degrees. Ocean water temperatures at 66. Weather conditions mostly cloudy, 20% chance of rain, some fog. Highs in the lower 70s, northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then last of all, for Buckskin, waves in the range of 2 to 3 feet. Primary swell coming in out of the northeast at 3.2 feet. That is a 7-second period for that northeast swell. North-northeast winds at 17 miles per hour. Air temperatures 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather conditions, mostly cloudy, 20% chance of rain, and spotty fog. Highs in the lower 70s, northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. The swell is expected to increase tomorrow as we get another impulse, another front coming in, kind of a backdoor type front off the Atlantic Ocean with stronger northeast winds, larger swell, possibly getting into the 3 to 6 foot range. And then by Sunday, conditions may start to improve, and then by Monday, looks like conditions may start to improve as well with a smaller swell but calmer conditions, glacial waves, better formed waves. So overall, tropical depression Fizzle in the Gulf, small waves in the range of 2 to 4 feet across the Outer Banks, and foggy and cool conditions with a front coming in from the north on the way, and stormier conditions on the way for Saturday, and then a warm up into early next week. So thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. We do have some beachgoers down here at the beach, still trying to eke out some enjoyment despite the foggy and cool conditions. Some folks in the water, and we're going to get in the water and hopefully get some video for you guys today. Maybe do some groveling, practice our humps and our turns a little bit. Waves aren't great, but we can still improve our skills on non-ideal waves, and we intend to do that. So if you do get out into the water today, I hope you shred it. This is a Friday for Future, so I'd like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to support your Friday for Future environmental activists and to help them support the move to a sustainable future and a rapid deployment of clean energy. So please support your young climate activists today, and please do your best to help the world transition to clean energy and to fight the good fight to defend against the harmful impacts of fossil fuel burning, which in this case drives climate crisis, but also drives around 7 million air pollution deaths every year. So please do your best to help support our Friday for Future activists. Thank you for joining me on this Friday for Future, Friday, June 2nd. And I will be back with you shortly.